Hello everyone. I am Mohammed Shoaib and I am presenting Green Digital Twin for Dynamic Sustainability Assessment. So the presentation sequence is, first of all, I will introduce the topic, then what is the sustainability approach and the digital twin sustainable built environment and BIM literature on it. Then I will provide the research rationale, then the proposed framework for the green digital twin and a case study. There are two short videos, less than 1 minute, then the conclusion and impact. So as we are going for the green digital twin, so we know that the green buildings and the demand for green buildings are quite rising. And this is basically originated from the sustainable development goals and how we want to uh, green the building sector. And the European Green Deal is the basic benchmark for all that. And there is a proposed case study in which we have identified the KPIs from the green building standards, and we have benchmarked and identified a developed digital twin for the two factors, two credits for the from the WELL and a green building from WELL and LEED standard. So this is the sustainability approach. That's a very common. You might be aware of that it is the amalgamation of people, planet, and profit, like environmental stewardship, economic and social equity are the core of this thing. So in terms of the building economic sector, environmental sector is one of the most important ones, and mostly the standards focus on this in this part because all the parameters, energy, air, materials, and everything, land use, everything uh, belongs to the environmental sector. Social and economic sectors are always there, but the share of them and credits of them are very low or less. So the literature is that sustainable like buildings consumes a lot of energy and consumes a lot of resources and all that. So and carbon emissions are from building sector, so we want to make them sustainable, green, and for that we have a lot of building standards and all that. Why green buildings? It's a cliche. They reduce energy, provide better wellness, ventilations, and all that. So they help to achieve us the SDGs because construction industry runs in tandem with many other industries, and many other SDGs can be achieved through this. These are building standards that are available in many countries. Building information modeling, like the role of BIM is very important when it comes to the green building, because all the procedures, like you want to run the energy simulations, you want to have the life cycle analysis, you want to have CFD analysis, all other analysis are can be done in the BIM or through the BIM compatible software or the plugin. A lot of software, softwares are available, plugins are available, or even if we go to the other standalone solutions, the data can be extracted from the BIM and on the upstream side, like the designing and everything. So BIM is there. Even the Autodesk platforms provide some very preliminary kind of analysis for the buildings, like energy and all that. So this is a common workflow in which BIM we can design, we can run the analysis in the BIM. This is a common, like a framework that how and in the overall life cycle of any building, either it's a green or not, the BIM role is always there. So the key findings are that the BIM is always in the designing and the analysis part, but when it comes to the green BIM, so there are still a lot of things that are going to be evolved, and it is in transition. We cannot say that it is fully matured. And now coming to the digital twin in the simplest of the world is basically the connection between the cyber and virtual world. This field is quite mature in the aerospace and the automobile and other industries, but in the construction it is gaining pace, and it is somewhere like not yet mature, but a lot of publications and other research studies are always available. So the digital twin in construction is a kind in which, again, the BIM is the main link, because the BIM data and the other IoT devices and the actual physical building. So the BIM is at the core. There is a difference between BIM and digital twin, because in the BIM, as the information grows, there are levels of BIM maturity, levels defined that we have this information. But the digital twin in the construction are such that we do not have yet completely defined standards, and there is each digital twin for any construction will be a different, and the level of information, it will be customized. Like the PMI says that every project is unique, so every digital twin for any project asset of any typology or everything will be different. So this is a very linear kind of a model developed by Ernst and Young. They have defined that this is a cyber physical connection through digital twin and real-time data, sometimes the data and different models, that how we collect the data. And the digital twin, there are 4 kinds of digital twins. Like there are many, but mainly the interface oriented, prototypical, model based, and service based. So model based and prototypical can be used for construction and construction industry and model, but they still have a lot of limitations and all that. These are the 4 types in which we can say that digital twin is there to extract the information, to change the information, or to provide the information. Sometimes we can incorporate it with our building management systems and all that. But when it comes to the sustainability and sustainability criteria based on the green building standards, it is difficult, and you need a customized and whole solution. For that, I have proposed a new framework for the green digital twin. The research rationale is that verification of the green building credits and all that with the green building projects, it takes a lot of time, because you submit the document they on the cloud, and they download their, then they review that, and then they provide the feedback on that. So it is quite like traditional or a paperwork, or a kind of, even if they are viewing it at a cloud platform, but still it's a paper, and quite a lag is available there. And sometimes we have to report back and monitor the data of the building. So it's better to develop digital twin for the buildings with the real-time data to have the analysis of everything. It can be used for various purposes, either for the performance verification, for the credit verification, for the environmental control, monitoring, and for the future evaluation of the building performance. This is a linear model in which we go through that lot of building performances are there, and they are very linear process and quite hectic and quite lengthy. Like working myself on the green building projects, it takes 45 to 90 days to the credit verification and the comments and all that. So these are the green building standards and their target areas. So I have defined the proposed digital twin framework, in which primary indicators are like, it's a zoom in approach. First you have environmental, wellness, social, and all that. Then you have in environmental, energy, water, air, material, indoor, and then each credit. And so the tertiary indicators are basically the main component of this thesis and this research. This is a common model for any digital twin, like a physical space. Then we have layers of digital spaces. Then there is a user interface, application, and then users. So this is my proposed model, in which starting from the down up approach, like it's a data exchange between the virtual and physical. Then we get the data from all the other resources. Then we built asset information modeling, and then asset information modeling further divides into each domain, because all the green building standards are defined in a different way, like materials, energy system, air, and all that. So we have n digital twin, nth digital twin for n number of criterias and sectors of the green building. Then we have a AI based predictive simulation, optimization, decision making, and all that algorithms, you can say. And it all makes up to a green digital twin. And then the green digital twin data can be visualized in the AR and VR. I will present. So here I have taken 2 in which I have defined, and in which I have done the performance verification for the furniture element, that either this furniture is environmental product declaration, has the environmental product declaration or not. And then there is an air credit, in which you have seen that how much fluctuation is in the air quality. So as you can see, it is basically an ELUX lab in the University of Brescia in Italy. You can see that there are furniture element, and when we put the information and define parameters in the BIM, that can be visualized in the VR environment. In this picture, you can see that the picture is the chair is yellow, and we can see we have selected it in the VR, and we can see that it is like EPD verified, and the link is there. And if you click on the link, actually it will take you to the actual link, and then you can see that the information is all stored in your model. All chairs with the EPDs selected, they are blue, like you can run the filter and all that. And if you select an element in the VR environment that doesn't have any EPD or other elements or recycled element, there will be no data shown. Similarly, there is no data shown. But if you go there, this wall has recycled content and EPD verification. So just with the one AR models, you can do that. But in other case, if you could have done that through the current system of credit verification, it would take longer. Similarly, with this model, there was a dashboard developed by the ELEX lab. So if you link that dashboard data with the BIM model, you will see that with the concentration of the carbon monoxide, the color of the building rooms changes, and then that is connected to the BMS and all that. So the conclusion is that there are static and dynamic data of the credits and the green building standards can be turned into a digital twin, and it can expedite and improve the performance verification, certification, predictive analysis, and simulation. Especially, I would like to mention that in terms of the COVID, you can run air simulation on the air quality data, and based on that, you can plan how you will have to manage the emergency drills, or to manage the crowd in the stadium and sporting facilities and all that. Thank you, and I will show you just the videos so you can have the idea that how I have done it. This is the video that will show you that. Sorry, just sorry for the delay. So in this way, you can see that the filters have applied, and you can see and check. So just click on that and it will take you to the EPD, like the chair, and the whole material credit verification system will be quite easy. So you can filter out in a BIM model that how many furniture elements or how many other, like it can be any domain or any credit. I just choose the simplest one. So you see that all are filter out. So these elements in your model are like credit verified.